Hello everybody, welcome to another lesson in American idioms and expression. And today we're going to do part 2 on our military idioms. Alright, our first idiom today is balls to the wall, and that means go as fast as possible. Hey, I think we might miss our flight, so it's time to go balls to the wall. Our next one is boots on the ground, and that simply means the actual troops involved. I could say, how many troops on the ground do we actually have there? Bought the farm has an interesting origin. During World War I, surviving family members of a dead soldier were given an insurance policy. And they used to say, well, it's enough to buy the farm. So buying the farm actually just means somebody has died. Caught a lot of flak. Let's talk about what flak is. During the war, projectiles were shot in the air and they would explode. The shrapnel or flak would damage the aircraft. So catching a lot of flak means to have been harshly criticized. I caught a lot of flak for my decision, but I'm going to stand by it. SNAFU. That means nothing is going as planned. It's kind of a screw up. I could say that this project has been a snafu from day one. Got your six. That means I've got your back. I could say, hey, don't worry about anything. I got your six. In the trenches, that means stuck in a long, drawn-out fight. We could say I've been in the trenches for over 2 weeks on this project. No man's land. During a war, this would be an extremely hazardous and dangerous area to go. As an idiom, it means a dangerous topic or an area you don't really want to go to. Nuclear option. This is the last resort. We could say closing our store is the nuclear option, but we may have no choice. On the double means hurry up. I might say, hey, let's go on the double. We're going to be late for our appointment. On the front lines, of course, in a war, that's where all the combat and the action is, and it means in the thick of the fight. A good example, our nurses and doctors were really on the front line during the COVID pandemic. Roger that just means I understand. You might say to me, I'll meet you tomorrow at the mall, and I might say, Roger that. Screw the pooch means you made a big mistake or a big boo-boo. I screwed the pooch for our party and did not bring enough food. AWOL. That's an acronym for absent without leave. And even though it's an acronym, we usually just say AWOL. I think James has gone AWOL. We can't find him anyplace. Last ditch means last resort. I could say this is my last ditch attempt to contact him. Burn your bridges. That means doing something that can't be reversed. Never, never burn your bridges at work. You may need them someday for a reference. The expression shell-shocked in the military meant people that had psychological issues after being involved in combat. That sort of morphed into an idiom meaning totally shocked or totally surprised by news or an event. I was really shell-shocked when those two got a divorce. As always, I've included the text in the description below. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment. Tell me what kind of videos you'd like to see. Consider subscribing and hitting the like button.